What's going on, guys? We have finally got to the point now to break down Conor McGregor, Khabib, Nurmagomedov, which as you know, watching our channel, we've talked about it a lot. We're super excited. Steven and I, we can't even count the amount of hours we've talked about this fight, not even on camera. I mean, super excited. And we're finally here without any crazy injury, knock on wood. We're praying to the MMA gods, nothing happens.
According to Nurmagomedov and his camp, his weight is fantastic. He's the best he's ever felt. So please, MMA gods, I will sacrifice my firstborn child if you just let this fight happen.
It's going to happen. You're going to be like, oh, damn. And then on the other side of the spectrum, Conor McGregor, supposedly, as far as we know, is in good health. He's saying that he's going to rock Khabib and bounce his head off the canvas. And according to the UFC press conference, someone asked him, how long is it going to take you? Conor McGregor would not give a round, which I thought was a little bit different. But he said it doesn't matter. As long as it takes, I'm still going to smash his head off the canvas. So where do we start with this fight, first of all? I mean, where do we even start to say how excited the fight world is just on fire for this fight?
This is the fight that's been needing to happen for a long time. This is the fight where every MMA fan that said Conor McGregor does not fight competition that's not tailored to him. This is the one guy that is not tailored to him completely. The complete opposite of what he is. A dominant wrestler. The best wrestler maybe we've ever seen in MMA. And Conor McGregor may be the best striker we've ever seen in MMA. And it's the clash of the unstoppable object versus the immovable object.
Yes.
Is that how it goes? Yeah. But
I don't know. I just felt like something wasn't right with
Yeah.
that. But I know where you were going.
The immovable object versus the unstoppable force. There
That's what
it
is. That's what it is.
So that's what this is. And, yeah, I mean, I've been going back and forth on this fight ever since we first did our breakdowns early on when this fight first got announced. And I'm still going back and forth, but something in the back of my head keeps telling me that Nurmagomedov is just too much.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie, I've been having a lot of those feelings too, but then when I really think about it, I can think of the same thing for Conor McGregor. Like, I keep envisioning whenever Conor fought Eddie Alvarez, and Conor immediately took the center of the octagon, kept him at bay, and was picking shots. You know, and Eddie Alvarez was even on the record saying, I got caught up in the moment. You know, I froze. I got in there. I didn't go to my game plan. I didn't know what to do. I ended up was like a deer in the headlights. And he said if I could do it all over again, obviously I would do it different. But
you don't think Nurmagomedov is this stone cold, like he's just focused. He's just
I mean, I want to
dude,
think
you
that.
know?
I want to think that, but it's different whenever you're leading up to fight week and then it happens.
26 fights, no faults yet. Is that what his record is? 20?
Yeah. Now, I will admit this. If there's one thing on Khabib's record, Khabib has fought a lot of good dudes, but in reality, his record could be kind of padded. I mean, I give him a couple good victories against Rafael Dos Anjos, known as RDA, and what's the kickboxer he just fought?
Edson Barboza.
Edson Barboza. Al Iaquinta, I think, is way better than people give him.
I love it. I mean, I love Al Iaquinta.
Yeah.
I think he should have been fighting for the belt a while ago.
I think he's a great fighter. A lot of people are like, oh, Khabib barely beat Al Iaquinta. It's like, that dude's a stud. You know, that dude is a straight-up killer. And honestly, I would think that would be a good fight between him and Conor. You know, I wouldn't say Conor would be an overwhelming favorite. Maybe
Think about this, too. Al Iaquinta has some killer stand-up. Look how Kevin Lee made Edson Barboza look, right?
Yeah.
He ran through him, and Al Iaquinta ran through Kevin Lee.
Yeah.
And there's something about, I don't know, it's interesting, because Al Iaquinta had a hard time with Khabib's wrestling.
Yes.
He just couldn't pick his shots because he was afraid of the takedown.
But with that being said, Al Iaquinta got way more comfortable as the fight went on, and you've seen his confidence grow. And then he would stop a takedown. You'd see his confidence grow.
But that's because Al Iaquinta is a fighter throughout the whole fight.
Yes.
Conor McGregor is a front runner.
Yes,
he does good
I
in the
agree.
beginning, And if he can't finish in the beginning, he slows down and gasses.
I agree. Well, and I think a lot of that comes from Conor cutting so much weight going to the 145-pound division because he knew he was the bigger guy. So he knew that left hand was going to stop him, and that was it. One shot, boom, they're done. Well, as you move up weight classes, a lot of these guys fighting at 70, they're 190ers, they're 200.
You have to conserve some of that power. Like Tyron Woodley, he had to figure out himself. He had to, at first he was knocking people out, and then when he didn't, he would gas out. Now he knows that he has to pick his shots. Well, if Conor McGregor could do that, it might be all right for him. But
I agree, and you can't put everything into every shot. You know, I remember I was listening to Chael Sonnen on his podcast, and he was saying a lot of people don't understand how much energy you exert by boxing. And what he said was, go over in the corner and for 1 minute straight punch as hard as you can.
I watched that too.
Over and over. And he said, you will be exhausted. Now do it for 25 minutes. Not only doing it for 25 minutes, do it hitting somebody. Do it stopping a takedown. Do it wrestling. Do it while training jiu-jitsu. Do it while moving. People don't give credit to these people who fight. And I think Conor McGregor does have a little bit of cardio issues, but if you look at when he had cardio issues, it was one when he fought Nate Diaz. He moved up a lot of weight. He's never fought it that way. People say he had cardio issues with Floyd Mayweather. He never boxed before, you know. So he's in round 10 when he's used to fighting. He normally gets out of round 1. You know what I mean? So I don't think that the cardio issue is a fair assessment for Conor. Proven in history, yes, he's had cardio issues, but I don't think that's going to be a problem because he's going into this fight knowing Khabib's going to take him down. He's going into this fight knowing it's going to be a grind. Conor McGregor, I find it very, very, very hard to believe that his camp thinks he's going to go in and starch him with one hit. I just don't believe it. And I don't think that Khabib's camp, I find it very hard to believe that they're going to tell Khabib, yeah, Khabib, stand and bang with Conor.
And you know what? Khabib may understand that Conor does have that one punch knockout power in him. He might be a little tentative to take down Conor, get in close, because Khabib's not really... Chad Mendes goes in, gets a double leg, takes you down. Khabib's more of a chain wrestler.
Yes.
He tries to do a double leg, gets a single leg, takes you to the cage, and he chain wrestles until he gets you down. But that requires getting close and staying in that close distance, you know, which may be bad. So it's a very, very, very interesting matchup, and I think there's more aspects to this fight than people even realize.
I do too. I don't necessarily think cardio is going to be an issue unless it goes super deep. We know Khabib's not going to gas out. He's a wrestler. Some of the toughest-minded fighters are wrestlers because they put that daily grind and training on themselves to where they know they can grapple for 5 rounds if they have to. I feel like Conor's not on Khabib's cardio level, but another thing that people need to take into account is Khabib is a huge freaking dude. He used to walk around at 200 pounds and cut down to, 155? 200 pounds. He was cutting 45 pounds to fight, which is why he missed weight a lot. So they finally got his nutrition in check. They finally realized, dude, you can't balloon up that big between each fight. So Khabib's naturally a bigger guy. Just there's no way about it, he's bigger. But that doesn't mean he's slower because his cardio is better. So Conor needs to understand that as far as we know, what we've seen Khabib, his chin's never been tested. Michael Johnson, I don't think really clipped him, but even if he did clip him, like I said in my video the other day, Michael Johnson's got hands. It's not like Michael Johnson's a nobody.
And Michael Johnson is a good reference to Conor McGregor because he is around the same weight, same body type. He actually just moved down to featherweight, right?
Yes.
Where Conor McGregor used to fight.
Yes, at 45.
So... And he hurt Khabib, so you know it could be done.
It can be done. Absolutely, it can be done. But Michael Johnson's a lot like Conor McGregor, too. They start off super hot, and then as soon as shit doesn't really go their way, and as soon as they realize, damn, this guy can take a hit. Damn, this guy's taking me down. This guy's grinding me to the pavement. Now they get gassed, and that's where I see this fight going. There's no way training with Luke Rockhold, training with Daniel Cormier.
4 champions.
Yes. Who else is there? There's Luke Rockhold, there's Daniel
Cain
Cormier,
Velasquez.
Cain, that's right, and Khabib. So out of all that knowledge in the ring, do you think Khabib's going to do what benefits Conor the most? I'm not saying Conor's striking is what's going to end it, but I do believe that Khabib thinks Conor's striking's better than mine. I mean, do you think that's a fair assessment?
If he doesn't understand that, he's silly.
Yeah.
You know? And I think he does understand that. I think he's smart. He knows what he's good at and where he shines. And if he doesn't think that Conor's stand-up is better than his, then he's delusional.
Yep, I agree. And don't get me wrong. Could this fight end quickly with Conor landing a huge right hand? Absolutely.
Yep,
I'm not saying that can't happen.
I completely agree.
Just like Jose Aldo. If you were to ask 1 million people, how many people would think that fight would have ended in 13 seconds?
Yeah.
I would venture to say 0. No one thought that, me included. I thought Jose Aldo was going to win that fight.
Calm down. All the Irishmen in the world knew. All right? All of Ireland
That's
knew.
why they all had 13 tattooed on their arm. What the hell? So that is the beauty of MMA, is it can happen like that. And there's no one to say that Khabib takes him down in the first 2 minutes and lands an elbow or lands a punch and boom, it's over.
Ground and pound him is just out of his league on the ground. Nothing he's ever faced, and
there's one.
It's just ugly.
Yep.
Khabib even said he wants to hold him and beat him up and tell him like you're out of your league and like make him pay for everything he's been talking. Like he wants him to pay for what he's been saying, and that's a scary thing.
It is.
Even when Khabib does like you or
He
doesn't
still does
dislike you, he beats the hell out of you. He doesn't finish a lot of his opponents. He sits there and beats their face in until they look like a different person at the end of the fight.
Well, and the scary thing is Khabib on the internet, if you look it up, he was wrestling bears at the age of like 5 or 6.
9.
So was it 9?
Yeah.
At the age of 9. So Khabib has been high-level wrestling since the age of 9, which is probably, 3rd or 4th grade? Conor McGregor's ground game has suffered maybe till now. We don't know. Conor McGregor is not going to make up.
I mean, I'm sure he has better ground game than
He's a brown belt.
Yeah, he does jiu-jitsu with Dylan Dennis, who's a black belt in it.
Yeah.
He's been a great jiu-jitsu artist and won jiu-jitsu tournaments, but
well, what I'm saying is you can't make up that
different than
gap.
wrestling too, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You can't make up a lifetime in a training camp. You just can't. You know, because what's going to happen is Conor, whenever you're in there and your mind's going crazy and you kind of freeze up and you freak out, you lose all that sense. That's why you train.
And how exhausting is that being stuck under a man who just knows how to hold you down and confine you, and there's nothing you could do. Conor loves having his distance and picking his space, but how's he going to feel? He got bloodied up versus Chad Mendes, who only had, 2 weeks?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And Chad Mendes is, 2 or 3 inches shorter. He's probably lighter than him. On fight day, Khabib's probably going to be 10 to 15 pounds heavier than Conor, once they rehydrate and weigh in. So this fight just has every single question mark. I can think, which I'm sure Steven can, I'm sure you can, I can think of 10 reasons why Conor would win. I can think of 10 reasons why Khabib would win.
100, 1,000 reasons on both sides.
And that's what's so intriguing, because you're making a fight pick, but you're questioning yourself as you're making the fight pick. Like I said in my video with Khabib and Conor the other day, I mean, every day I'm back and forth on it. I don't know him, know him, know him. So let's get into it.
Let's do it. The moment of truth.
The moment of truth.
Our final pick. No turning back. We've had enough time the week.
I'm still second guessing myself right now.
Look, no matter what happens, we've been wrong before, so.
You have? I haven't. No, and we'll always be wrong. We got a 50-50 shot. It never fails.
MMA is one of those sports where it's just unpredictable. You know what I mean? When you're fighting with 4-ounce gloves, there's this.
Well, and this is the best thing, is you got
room for error,
You got 2 of the biggest name fighters in the UFC. Conor McGregor, 100% for sure. You got Khabib Nurmagomedov, who in Russia is like Elvis. People love this guy. And he's slowly getting a following in the United States. But Conor's obviously taken MMA by storm. So you got 2 of the biggest fighters on the biggest stage in Las Vegas, on a stacked card, on a Saturday night. We're barbecuing.
It's my birthday party.
It's Steven's birthday party.
Me. Dana White called me up and like, bud, I
heard it.
I got you a birthday present that you're not gonna believe. And I was like,
it was Conor's left hand.
I was like, I'm hoping it was Nate Diaz, but whatever. I'll take Khabib versus Conor.
All right, Steven. So birthday boy at 28 years of age. Who do you got and why?
I'm sticking with my choice
I
made before. I'm going Khabib. I'm not going any rounds because I mean
That's a tough one.
yeah. I just think Khabib's wrestling. How could you pick against a guy who hasn't lost yet? And not saying I won't be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because Conor McGregor's throughout his whole career, I'm like, he's gonna lose to this guy. He's gonna lose to this
Me
guy.
too.
He's gonna lose to this guy, and he's proved me wrong. So once again, maybe Conor McGregor will prove me wrong. But I got to go with Khabib in this one. I've already seen Conor McGregor get beat up by a wrestler, and then the wrestler gas out because he's only had 2 weeks' notice. Even though that wrestler is more of a double leg, get you down right away. You know what I mean? He wasn't a chain wrestler like Khabib is, but I still think Khabib's pressure, his this way, he just has a way of suffocating you. You know what I mean? He's just good at suffocating you, staying in close, smothering you, and wearing you out.
Relentless.
Wrestlers have a way of just wearing you out. Like Daniel Cormier, he'll grind you out, and I just think that's what Nurmagomedov's gonna do to Conor.
Okay.
Not saying that Conor can't starch him, but I feel like that's Conor's only hope is to land a punch that rocks Khabib. But even then, if it goes to the ground, you know what I mean? He has to finish on the ground, can he? If Khabib gets rocked, can Conor get on top of him and finish it? Would he want to? Or is he just going to let him get up?
That's a good question.
Right? What do you think?
That's a good question.
Can he put him asleep? The guy's bigger than featherweights, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So you're going with Khabib with just a relentless attack, grinded it out, a dirty win, just...
Yeah, in my personal opinion, I'm sorry, Ireland. I don't think it's going to be close.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be ugly for Conor McGregor.
That's what your gut's telling you.
My gut goes back and forth. But my brain, watching MMA, I feel like Khabib should easily run through him, maul him, hold him down, beat him up. And I feel like it's going to be ugly. It's going to be a changing of guards, you know?
Okay.
How about you?
So I'm saying that every time I've betted against Conor McGregor, every single time Conor McGregor's proved me wrong. I bet against him in Eddie Alvarez. He got it. I bet against him in Nate Diaz too. He got it, which I don't think he did. So every time I bet against him in Jose Aldo, he got him. So every single time I put all my chips against Conor McGregor, he gets it done. I feel like Conor McGregor is the type of guy who is the best when the chips are against him. When everyone's counting him out, he does it. Floyd Mayweather, everyone counted him out. He went 10 rounds. But with that being said, I'm going Khabib.
I'm going Khabib.
I'm the same way as you. I think Khabib's wrestling and relentless pressure far outweighs Conor's striking. Does Conor have better striking? Absolutely. Does Conor have better stand-up? Absolutely. Better kicks? Everything. Everything, I agree with that.
Everything stand-up.
Everything stand-up. But guess what, guys? Even though the fight does start on the feet, that's what everybody says, I think Khabib is competent enough to stay away from that left hand, to take him down, and to relentlessly grind his head into the mat. Either beating him, TKO him, or just controlling him. Just controlling him, getting him tired, talking to him, getting in his head. They separate, go sit down for a minute, get back. Khabib stands up, boom, takes him down again. I just don't see how Khabib can make everybody look like a rag doll. Black belt, jiu-jitsu, black belts, wrestlers, everything. Conor McGregor is no better on the ground than RDA. He's no better on the ground than Edson Barbosa. He's no better on the ground than Ali Quinta. And look what Khabib did to all three of those guys. I'm gonna venture out to say Khabib is gonna win via TKO in a later round. I think it's gonna be dirty. I think Khabib's going to overwhelm him, and I think Conor's just going to get tired. He's going to mentally break. Khabib might beat him into a submission like Nate did, but I think it's going to be one of those. Either beat into a submission and he taps, or they TKO it. So with all that being said, can it go either way? Absolutely. But if I were to bet my money on it right now, I'd bet Khabib.
And both of them, you gotta be damn sure that both of them are going into this fight. When they stand across from each other, both of them better respect each other's game.
Absolutely.
Conor better respect the takedown, and Khabib better respect the hands.
Absolutely.
And maybe you shouldn't respect it. Maybe you got to be kind of...
Yeah. Maybe you just got to be ignorant to it.
Yeah.
Maybe the more you respect, it's mental.
Exactly.
So, well, you heard it here, guys, on the BS show. We got two guys who are geniuses picking Khabib Nurmagomedov, and with all that being said, neither one of us would be shocked if Conor McGregor won. I really don't think the betting line's probably like right here with Khabib.
To be real, guys, we're casual fans, but we love this sport. We hardly miss a fight. And, I mean, this is just our...
This is our educated, non-educated opinion.
Yeah, exactly.
So, thank you for tuning in. Let us know who you got. Let us know if you got Conor or Khabib. How are they going to win? What are they going to do to each other? What happens next? Does Khabib deserve to ride off in the sunset as the greatest ever? If Conor wins, does he deserve to ride off and be considered the greatest ever?
He just signed, what, 6 fights?
6. Conor just signed a 6-fight deal, so no matter what happens, the UFC's got him on paper. That doesn't always mean that's true. But thank you for watching. We cannot wait for Saturday. Let us know what you think, guys.
Peace.